friends, supporters, and the people of the 1st Congressional District of Georgia. Before I begin, let me say this. I know there will be people who will mock me for standing before today reading from a prepared notes, but do not allow anyone to turn that into branding or political theater. See, it's for what is truly it is. Transparency, accountability, and respect for you, the voters. There are a lot of things that I need to say today, and these notes ensure that I address each and every one in detail. Do I know the issues? Absolutely. I have lived in this wonderful district for several decades. I raised my children here. I have served this community and my country here. I sacrificed a life of work here. I understand the struggles, the needs, and the hopes of the people of this district because I have lived them alongside you. And that is exactly why I'm standing before you today. First, I want to thank you. Thank you to every single voter who believed in me enough to cast a ballot early. Thank you to those who showed up on election day. And thank you to the people who stood in long lines, waited patiently, and made your voices heard. Your support, your faith, your determination means more to me than words can express. This campaign has never been about me. It has always been about the people. It has always been about service, sacrifice, accountability, and making sure everyday people finally have someone willing to fight for them instead of political insiders and special interests. But let me be clear, the battle is not over. The attackers are already live and running from the same political machine and the same voices that the people rejected before. A candidate that voters said no to in 2022 has now endorsed my opponent. And together, they are recycling the same talking points over 20 years ago. You've heard it before. Ms. Griggs was disbarred. But what my opponent's campaign refused to tell you are all the facts. They won't tell you that powerful entities weaponize the justice system in an effort to silence me. For the voiceless, I was a voice for the voiceless. They won't tell you that it was a calculated effort to stop me from speaking out and standing up for people who deserve justice, fairness, and accountability. And now, the naysayers want to twist my words and claim that I lied about reinstatement, and that's the real lie. The truth is this: during one of the most difficult moments of my life, I had to make a decision between self and duty to this country. I chose duty. I was recalled to the United States Army military, deployed to Iraq to once again to serve this great nation. I put aside everything I had worked so hard for because service has always come before self in my life. That is who Joyce Marie Griggs is. Now, they would throw accusations around and claim I violated the trust of clients. Yet, where are those clients? Where are the people claiming I failed them? Where are they? What they won't tell you is that a Miss Bostic, she can tell you, which is a very different story. She will tell you how I fought to protect her employment after she was fired for simply choosing to wear her hair in a natural style. I stood up when others stayed silent. And strangely enough, not long after taking that stand, disbarment proceedings started. But let me say this clearly tonight. I will not allow distractions, smear campaigns, or political attacks to stop this movement. This is a movement. Because this campaign is bigger than the attacks. This campaign is about making sure rights are not taken away from people. It's about protecting voting rights and defending women's health care rights. It's about making sure fathers who have been unfairly denied access to their children have their voices heard and their rights respected. Ensuring seniors can afford to stay in the homes and communities they work their entire lives to build. It's about true affordability, health care, at the congressional level. Not political talking points, but real solutions. It's about ensuring every child, regardless of zip code, has access to a safe, quality education. It's about strengthening our economy so working families and small businesses can strive instead of survive. It's about public safety, supporting law enforcement while also having accountability and trust between communities and those who sworn to protect them. It's about protecting veterans, strengthening military families, improving infrastructure, expanding opportunities in rural communities, addressing rising housing costs, supporting small businesses, protecting coastal resources, and ensuring the people of coastal Georgia are never forgotten in Washington. I've spent my life answering the call to serve. I have served this country. I've served in the courtroom. I have served in the community. And now I am ready to serve in Congress. So to every supporter listening tonight, stay focused, stay energized, stay engaged, because the runoff is not the finish line. It's the next battle on June 16th. Strap your boots on and march to the polls and make your voices heard loud and proud. We will no longer accept political machines. We don't want kings or queens. We want real representation. And together, we're going to take this fight all the way to Washington with integrity, accountability, and unwavering determination. I was born to serve and trained to lead. And with your continued support, victory is within reach. Now, as the great John Lewis said, let's go and get into good trouble. Thank you, the people of the 1st Congressional District. God bless you, and God bless America.
We have a few moments for questions. You want me to put that up for you? Okay. Any questions?